Are you ever frustrated at work because you don't know how to point out what you've been asked to do is rather pointless? In this video, I'm going to be going over a few ways that you can point that out, why it's important to, and how to do it intelligently. Let's get into it. So instead of bringing you a whole bunch of kitschy phrases that are one size fits all, which is never really a good spot, I'm going to be giving you a mindset shift here when it comes to pointing out seemingly pointless work. The main thing that you need to take away from this video is that you can point out what you're doing is pointless, but you need to do it in an emotionally intelligent way. So if there's a person that is bringing ideas up, you should not be attacking the person, nor should you really be attacking the idea. That shows a pretty lackluster amount of self-awareness and emotional intelligence. I know that I've been in some rooms where you have an engineer who's so emotionally and socially unintelligent or unconscious maybe that they don't even know that them just being like, no, that's dumb. Like you can't just say, no, that's dumb. No, you're dumb. That's not how you're going to make friends and influence people. So when it comes down to it, you really just need to be paying attention to the people and don't do any finger pointing. So don't say, wow, that idea was dumb. Why did you suggest that? That was dumb. You're dumb. Again, a lot of people wrap up their work and their personal identities with their opinions as well. And if you start pointing at their opinions, they could get very defensive. And it's a reflex. It's be a natural reflex if you're not more emotionally attuned to where you're at. So they're kind of lacking self-awareness and self-regulation to know that they're getting kind of triggered when you point or poke at their ideas. So don't do that. So we're not going to be doing any finger pointing. And you're also going to try to offer the person an out. So instead of saying, oh, I think this work is stupid, I don't think we should be doing this, you can say, hey, I looked at what you've proposed. I'd say maybe we can try to do it this way because this will get us additional benefits. We can also, sort of take your approach, but do it this way because I think it's better. Or what do you think of this? So empower the other person to help co-sign your change to the work. Again, a lot of this is about getting buy-in from other people, especially if you're trying to change the tact from someone else's idea. This is why it's so important. I frequently bring up that I overtly tell people around me that I don't really care if we use my ideas because I just really want to get things done. And if I have managers that prefer to be the ones to make decisions, awesome. I'm going to propose potential solutions. I'm going to be thinking about other viable solutions. So if one's brought up that I haven't thought of, I will try to think a couple steps down the track and see if I see any pitfalls. Otherwise, I'm happy to go with their solution. I do not wrap my opinion and my identity. These things are not wrapped up for me, and I'm being very self-aware and I'm regulating these emotions during the day very effectively. And I want that for you as well. So if you have pointless work, and some work is going to be monotonous and things need to get done. So you might be in a job. I know previously I had some very mundane tasks that I just wish I could automate, but the processes were so rigid and I would need buy-in from so many different players. It was more of a, okay, just put on a podcast and do it. That was pointless in the process, and I tried to point it out, but the system was rigid and we always do it this way. That's almost the closest thing to a trigger phrase for me. We always do it this way. I really loathe that phrase. I know many people around me do, but I know people that have been in organizations for decades usually see processes, especially if they're overly complicated, as job security. Maybe it's my millennial showing, but I am not particularly worried about automating myself out of a job. If I can't provide value in whatever I'm doing, maybe I don't deserve to be here. Maybe I'm an outlier in this thought, but I really think it's important that you can point things out in the group around you or your personal work that you've been given to try to come up with better ideas and to get them through your group, get buy-in from your managers and your peers by being emotionally intelligent and offering different possible solutions while not poking at people or their ideas directly. This all comes into why they call emotional and social intelligence softer skills. There's no objective way to measure how good you are at this. It's all rather subjective. I don't really want to say wishy-washy, but you know a charismatic person when you see one. And developing charisma or emotional intelligence really just comes with paying better attention. Once you start paying better attention and being more conscious, you really are going to start getting somewhere in your career. I know I personally have, and I want this for you as well. I trust you got some value out of learning how to bring up pointless work at work. If you want to continue your emotional intelligence or EQ journey, you can check out my playlist up there. Or if you're ready to move on the next logical step, which is social intelligence or SQ, you can check out that playlist down here. Or keep getting the results that you've been getting. Totally up to you. Hope to see you soon.